G'day, g'day. It's Wednesday, the 15th of December 2021. I've noticed a fair bit lately on YouTube, Truther channels, on a couple anyway, that there seems to be all these meteorite sightings, and they're predominantly over the US. I think I've seen a couple over Mexico, but over the US in particular. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, there's been a couple over Russia and that. They've got to keep it worldwide, but there's been that many over the US in the last month that it's crazy, you know. And if you follow the pre-programming, you know that they're going to try and pull something that resembles that. Not only that, there's the whole La Palma situation at the moment going on where I think they're going to combine doing something there. I don't think they're going to drop a meteor right on La Palma and combine the two. That would be a little bit too obvious, I think. But it'd be interesting to see how it plays. There's a lot of pre-programming for tsunamis, tidal waves, and I think that the past ones we've seen in Japan and Indonesia were just testing grounds for the big one. And who knows, maybe they'll make La Palma crack in half and fall in the water and throw a meteorite in right behind the wave and kick it off even further, cover the whole US. I don't know, but I just thought it was weird that I just see so many reports of meteorite sightings, and they're all over the US. And we know that the US is going to go down in some way via water, it seems. I'm not going to explain all the ways now. If you don't know, you don't know. But I suggest you go look at. I'm not going to even go into it right at this stage, but it seems funny to me that there's been this rapid increase in meteorite sightings over the US anyway, and La Palma's not finished, don't worry about that. Where are all those Russian subs, eh? Like I said, they're not fighting against the US. They're well, they seem to be, but they're all working the situation to take us out, folks. I watched too much Max Egan before, I think. Gosh, why did I bring him up? Where do you go from there? I don't want to go on about that guy. Yeah, so it seems to me that there's going to be a nightmare before Christmas, to be honest. I've been following a channel called, it's weird, you won't get it maybe from when I say it. I think it's Oonao. It's 00, or it's OONAO, and a couple other channels doing decodes on movies coming up to Christmas. It seems that they want to to disrupt things a little bit, put it that way. It might not happen, but you know, from all the signs, it seems, and for me, the psychology of it would be that they would try and get everyone to go, oh, all the borders are open, let's all go and see our relatives, and then just go right before it or right after it. Oh, you're stuffed. That's what I see happening, because the moronic's going to take over, and it already has, really. I was talking to an old lady next door today, and I've talked to her a few times, and they've had a couple of shots, but it seems to me like none of the squirts have done any damage really in this area, and they're all about to have a fall at some point coming up. It's done damage around in the areas around me, I've heard, but this area not so much. Anyway, I was talking to her today saying a few things, and it seemed like today she'd swayed a bit more. And then all of a sudden goes, well, I can't wait for me and my husband, and they're in there like, I think they're late 70s, 80s. One of them's nearly 90. The husband, and he's got a few problems, and then I can't wait to have our boosters. And I went, what? After everything we talked about. So it kind of like reminds me of that psychology video I just put a link to, where it had taken almost huge slap to get them out of that mindset. And even though they can acknowledge that it's folly to keep going that way, it's just already too ingrained, I think. So, yeah, anyway, I'll leave it at that. I think there's going to be some interesting times coming up to Christmas. Anyway, I don't celebrate Christmas. I haven't even had Christmas with my kids for about over 10 years, but that's okay because I've rejected Christmas for about more than that anyway. So, you know, the other side does it still. So, anyway, praying for a nightmare before Christmas. Oh, look, it's got to go down. You know it's got to go down. So, let's bring it on, eh?